welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Nola Viva, and today I'm going to be going over how I create content that actually makes me 5 figures a month. The content creation that I'm going to be specifically talking about in this video is video content. So I'm going to go ahead and break it down. You can check down below. I'll have different sections to go over how I actually film content, the idea process, how I actually edit content, the things that you need as in equipment. So definitely go down below if you want to skip ahead to any specific part. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright guys, so the first thing is going to be literally coming up with an idea. So I'm going to go over my idea process with you to start out my content creation. First thing is literally figuring out the style. So I'll show you an example. A how-to video is like this, where I basically show exactly like how how this product works, or just whatever the topic of the video is. So this is an example of lifestyle content. So say you are wanting to promote a specific product, or even just show your daily lifestyle. This is how you would do that. And then this would be like an example of storytelling content. So this does really well on like TikTok, I feel. You can also get inspiration from other videos. Just check out other videos that are performing very well and kind of tailor your content in your own unique way, of course, around that. So in this video, I'm going to show how I create content for this specific product. So the product is going to be this 3-way mirror. So for this particular video, I'm going to be making it a how-to video because I want to literally show how this product works, not only for women, but for men as well, to be able to see the back of their head whenever they want to do their own hair. I actually have at least 2 locations. If you can't have at least 2 locations, then at least have different angles of like where you're filming from, so it looks like a variety, like you're giving the audience something to be intrigued by while they're watching your video. So moving into the next point, that first 3 seconds need to be something like woo, that just catches people's attention, makes them stop, and makes them want to watch your video. An example would be my knotless braids tutorial. So that video went viral. What I did was I grabbed the box of hair and I was pouring it out, so that was visually eye grabbing. And then also I made sure to say this is my first time, like I emphasized that this is my first time doing my own knotless braids. So one, that's grabbing the attention of people like myself new to doing their own braids. It's also catching the attention of people who are experienced, because I'm pretty sure they will want to see like, okay, what is her results gonna be like, So some examples of like eye-catching content that you can use within the first 3 seconds are, you can, whatever your product is, so say you're doing a product, you're a business owner or just a content creator, the most exciting, engaging part of it, show that as a preview. Here's an example. I'm literally showing this thing spinning right now, so that's literally just showing like a preview so it can catch your attention, and then I literally go to show how it's fully built out. You can use text in your videos, something that says like, this is my first time doing, or I can't believe this happened, or would you rather this, or would you rather that? Something that asks a question, so people can like wonder like, what would I do in this specific scenario. So the last thing I like to do is actually plan out my content. So I actually use the notes in my phone. What I'll do is just go ahead and jot down the different parts that I want to do within a video from the beginning to the end. Then I'll add these little circles so I can check it off as I go along. And it makes it very easy to keep organized and make sure I do all of the content I have planned out in my head. Alright guys, so that is going to conclude the idea process. So now let's jump into the next section of this video, which is going to be... Alright guys, so let's get into my equipment for video content creation. So the first thing is what I actually film on. So literally most of my videos are filmed on my iPhone. And you don't have to have the latest iPhone. I was using my iPhone 11 prior to this iPhone 13, which I mainly got it because I needed more space. So the next thing is this tripod. So I got this tripod recently from Amazon. I love the size of how small it is. It snaps out really nice and easy. You can extend it and adjust it to where you need it. So you can actually put your camera on it, or you can put your iPhone on it. So if you want to put your iPhone on it, there is a separate attachment here that you want to go ahead and get. So this is how high it goes. So I did just want to go ahead and show you. I am 5'5" in height. So another equipment piece that I have is this phone holder that actually attaches to my desk right here. So I really like the fact that it has like this little plastic handle so that I can easily put my phone in and out of it like this, and then it does adjust so you can turn it sideways. I do like the fact that you can adjust this right here. So sometimes what I'll do if I'm filming like my nails, or you know, something that's flat and I need like both of my hands, it's really nice to have something like this where you can literally, you don't see anything around it. You'll just see literally, you know, your hands like this. This is a little bit hard, I'm not gonna lie, this is a little bit hard to maneuver and work with. Now moving into this piece of equipment, now this is really awesome and very much needed by all content creators, because this allows you to stick it to mirrors. So if you want to film content while you're in the bathroom, you do need to purchase this separately, but this little thing right here is actually only like, it's under $10. It's really awesome. You just go ahead and connect it here. So now that we have them connected, this is the part that you're going to actually go ahead and press to the mirror. So you literally just position it where you want it, of course, and then go ahead and there's a little thing you can just press here and then press this down. This is going to lock it into place. Then you're going to go ahead and grab your phone, and then I like to use again the back camera. It gives me the best quality. So then I'm just going to tighten that in, and that is how I'm able to film in my bathroom, all my nice little bathroom content. And just, it makes it so easy. It's so small, it's very sturdy, it holds, as you can see, it's lifting up my mirror behind, so it's very sturdy. If you're filming a YouTube video, you can also adjust this sideways, which is really awesome. And then the way that you take this off is you just pull this little lever back up. There's a sticky tab underneath here. Go ahead and pull that up, and that is how easy that is. So the next thing is going to be lights. Lights are extremely important when it comes to your content, okay? Now you don't have to start out with super expensive lights or anything like that. I actually started out with my 2 light boxes. I then worked my way up to getting a ring light. It's all going to be dependent upon your area and how much light you need. Also, you know, as what you can afford, because lighting can get fairly expensive. So next are these super bright lights. I just got these this year, actually during Prime Day. These babies are definitely a lot more expensive, but so far I have loved them because they are very small in spacing, so it's easy for me to move these around. What I also love about these lights is that they're actually wireless. They have the capability of being wireless, so they do come with wires so you can plug it up, but they also have battery packs that you can put in the back of them and you can go wireless. If you are interested in any of these lights, I will have them linked in the description below. I'll actually have an entire content creator find list on Amazon, so you guys can go down below and check all of my creator finds out there. So another thing that you're going to need is a wireless remote. So these certainly come in handy when you are creating content that you are far away from the camera. You don't want to keep having to go up to it and start and stop, start and stop. So it's nice to have these to literally press the button to start the video, press it again to stop it. But that is going to conclude the equipment section of this video for creating video content with my phone. Alright, so let's get into how I like to film. So I film in 4K, 60 frames per second, and this is something that you can do on your iPhone. So I'm not sure if all iPhones offer this, but I do know quite a few do. And if you have an Android device, I do apologize. I don't know like what is the highest quality video that you can get through your settings, but definitely check out YouTube. I'm pretty sure there's some videos that'll teach you how to do it. But moving on to the iPhone, let me show you guys how you can check if you have this feature. So you're going to go to your camera, you're going to go to video, make sure you swipe it over to video if it's not already on video, but you're gonna look at the top right. At the top right, you'll see where it says HD and 30 seconds. So you actually tap it, and that is how you switch it over to 4K. And then 30 seconds and 60 seconds and 24 seconds are the options that you get. Now, what this actually just basically means is how fast the video moves. So this is how it looks at 30. So if you guys can see that, that's how it looks at 30 seconds. I'm gonna switch it over to 60, and that's how it looks at 60 seconds. So if you can tell, like it's moving very differently. Like it kind of looks more of a professional, like high quality, maybe faster type of movement. And then this is 24 seconds. So you can see how this one is much slower, how it moves. So I love to film in 4K 60 frames per second. So I love that it looks very professional and fast, more stable as well. So I really like that type of look for those fast, you know, quick second, 30-second videos. I normally, for my YouTube videos, I would film in HD 30 seconds per frame because it takes up so much space when it's doing 4K. With me doing longer videos and trying to edit on Final Cut Pro, it sometimes takes like, it's a lot to process for my computer right now. And I find that the quality of the video still looks amazing. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how I will film if I'm standing up and I'm trying to show myself. So basically I will grab my two lights. I really like to make sure I have light that is level with me, so I can actually raise these up a little bit higher. Just play around with the placement of your lights. Now I grab my tripod and I grab my camera and I will place it here in the middle. I always film with the back of my camera because that is the highest quality. There is a huge difference between filming with your front camera and your back camera. So to set up the Bluetooth camera, what you're gonna do is you're gonna press the on button on the side. You're gonna go to your settings, go to your Bluetooth, and then it should say AB shutter. So once it says AB shutter 3, you go ahead and tap that, press pair, and then you should be connected. So then I'm gonna go back to my camera, I'm gonna go to the video, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and press the button, this main button right here, the big one that says camera. And as you can hear and see, it's actually starting to film for me. So I could just go ahead and press it again. That turns it off. So that's really great. Again, if you don't want to keep going up and back to your camera, you can easily just go ahead and, you know, do your outfit video, you know, whatever it is, and then stop it. Start again if you want to start from a different angle within the video. You know, do your thing, and then press the button to stop it again. So when it comes to me actually wanting to film a product, I like to make sure I use a beautiful background. I love using my little fake palm tree, which is from Amazon as well, so don't worry, I'll have that link below for anybody who cares. And what I really like to do is I like to pan. So basically a pan is this, so you're literally just going across like that. So I really love doing pans on my product type content. So a few things to note, when I'm personally filming content, I like to make sure that I am centered. I like to make sure I film in like small batches because I like to go back and check that footage to make sure everything is looking good. So I've had times where I film something and the whole thing is out of focus, or I'm not even in the frame. I'm like way over here, you know what I'm saying? So it's very important to film in small sections and check that footage periodically to make sure everything is looking good. Lastly, what's super important as well is filming my content in different angles. People may get bored and want to like swipe on to the next video, but if you have this 1-minute video and you're literally like, you're showing a side angle, you're showing the front angle, you're showing the back angle, you're showing a close-up, it just gives a lot for your viewer to see, and they really enjoy that. So anytime I actually need to film content where, like, say I'm doing my nails or something like this, then I can easily just go ahead and prop this baby up on this little device that I was talking about. It's plastic. You just put your phone on it here. Let me actually just get it on, my hands all in the way. But yeah, you just prop it up here. Excuse my messiness. But let's say, like, for instance, I want to show this product something really quick. You can actually just, you know, do that nice little pan. And what's nice is because of this attachment, there's nothing else in the way. So for the three-sided mirror, I decided to film starting in the bathroom because I actually got this from my husband and he actually does his hair in the bathroom. So I felt that men could actually find this very helpful by seeing how it would be used in a normal setting. So I had him basically go ahead and start from up here and just kind of bring it down and go ahead and cut his hair. Where I was located was over here on the sink behind him. I actually was holding the phone while filming, but if you are by yourself, then you can definitely go ahead and grab that little device that can stick to the mirror and you can film it yourself, or maybe a tripod, whatever works for your specific setting. So then I decided that I wanted to come into my beauty room to show how I would personally use it. So I actually decided that I wanted to stick it here on my clothing rack because I thought it just was easier for me to stand up and show how I would use it. Not to mention, I thought like it was a nice setting, as well as I had these shelves right here that allowed me to put my products. Another thing I made sure to do is grab my tripod. I placed my tripod here, and then I would go ahead and film content from this angle. I also made sure to switch and put my tripod here on this side, and then I will also go ahead and film from that angle so that we can have different angles, different locations, to have it be a very much interesting video to watch. Alright, so let's get into editing. So editing is going to be extremely important if you want really good high quality content. So the app that I use to edit all of my content is completely free. It is called CAPCUT. It is amazing because it offers so many different features. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So I'm going to go into CAPCUT. Now I'm going to press on new project here at the top. So now I'm going to go ahead and press recent up here at the top left. This is where I actually go in and I can see all of the different things within my camera roll. So I actually have a folder specifically for this content. So it's called the three-way mirror. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and tap on all of this content. Let me just go back out. You can actually tap in the middle of it. So if you tap in the middle, it'll give you a preview, which is awesome. So you can actually press this little circle down here at the bottom, and you can scroll through and just do a nice little preview to see if you actually want to use this content. You also can trim it right here before even adding it into you know, your project. So if you want to trim it down, just drag it over and you can trim it that way. I typically just add all my content in at once and then I trim it from there. So you just tap the circles, and then this is how you're going to basically add all this content in at once. And then I'm going to press at the bottom, add, so that you can add all the content in. Now, you guys, you don't have to do this if obviously like your footage isn't taking forever because it's in the iCloud. You know, just skip this whole part. Sometimes you'll find that it may take a very long time if you're working with an iPhone. This may be because your photos and your videos are actually in the iCloud, and what's happening is it has to download back to the iPhone. If this happens, what you're gonna need to do is go to iCloud on your internet. So go to your Safari, go to your actual iCloud, you guys. Go to your photos. Go ahead and find all of that content. So I went to the albums and then I found all of the content. I'm going to go ahead and press select. I'm then going to press the circle with the three dots on the right side, and I'm going to press download. So basically I'm downloading all of these. Press download. I'm basically downloading all of this content back to my phone because if I wait, it's going to take a decade. No lie, it literally takes like 20 minutes for a 2-minute video. So to see your download process, you can press the little circle down here at the bottom left that has the arrow in it. press downloads, and this is where you'll be able to see the progress. Alright, so now that it's done, let's just go ahead and tap on it, and then what it'll actually do is it will actually automatically open up on your files folder. So then you'll see it, and you'll see it as a zip file. Just go ahead and tap it, and then it'll begin to go ahead and create a folder for you. It says that it is waiting if you look at each of these files, but I can actually go ahead and save all of this on the one circle that has the 3 dots in it. Press that, then press select. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is press down here at the bottom left, the little square that has the arrow, and I'm going to press save 17 videos. So now I'm going to go ahead and go back to my Photos app, and you'll see that all the videos are actually going to be right there. So now we're going to go back to CAPCUT, press the X, and then do another project again. This time I'm going to just go ahead and select all of these videos that just downloaded back to my phone, and then I'm going to press add 17. So now you see it actually added it to the actual project, so we can go ahead and work with this content. So typically if you film on your phone in like the vertical manner like this, then most of the time your footage will already be in the proper frame size. That will be good for Instagram Reels, TikTok, as well as YouTube Shorts. Now in the instance that you may be filmed like this way, or just your footage doesn't, you know, fit, what you're gonna do, you're gonna go down here where you see the options at the bottom. You're gonna scroll over to format. And this is where you're going to go ahead and press 9:16. So this is the format that you always want to make sure you have it in if you are going to be posting on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube Shorts, okay? What you can also do is, if you want to, go ahead and it'll tell you right here, use both fingers to resize your video. So just use 2 fingers like this, and then you'll just go ahead and slide it like this so that you can actually adjust it how you want to. And now what I'm going to do is actually mute this video, because I'm going to do a voiceover for this video. So I don't want all like the background music and stuff that I had going on in the video while I was filming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this button off to the left that says mute clip audio. So go ahead and press that, and basically this will mute all the clips in your project. Now if you don't want to mute all of your clips, maybe you just want to mute one clip, you can definitely just go ahead and tap on the one clip, go to volume here, and then you can turn the volume all the way down to 0. So next we're going to go ahead and trim down the footage. So I'm going to just go ahead and kind of play with this and see like where I want to start it. So basically to trim it, you just tap on it, and then the button down here at the left that says split, just go ahead and tap that, and then that will go ahead and split the clip for you. So you want to tap on the clip that you don't want anymore, and then press it, and then go ahead and press delete at the bottom right. So that'll go ahead and get rid of it. So now you can see it'll start right from where you want it to. So then I'm just going to keep scrolling. I only literally want like a second of this. I don't want it to be long, because I like for my videos to be nice and short and quick, straight to the point. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and split this again. I'm going to go ahead and tap delete and get rid of that footage right there. Now if you want to play it back, see how your footage is moving along, just go ahead and press this little button, the little triangle right above, that is your play button. So as you can see, that is how it looks fairly quickly. Where you see it has this little white bar here at the end, you can actually hold that down and drag it over to where the white line is. This is another way that you can trim a clip. You don't always have to press that split button. If it's just easy and quicker for you to do it that way, that's another way you can trim your footage. I'm noticing that as I'm scrolling, this is just excess. This, from, if you can see from this little transition symbol, the little square, all the way to where this white line is, that is excess video footage that does not need to be there, because it literally, there's no movement. So that goes to show you that's not necessary. You can go ahead and tap it, hit split. I'm gonna stretch this out because I know that that's very small to tap. Go ahead and tap it and press delete. Okay, I don't need that. So now we're gonna go ahead and see how it jumps straight into me flipping it and putting it on the shower door. just go ahead and put your finger on it, hold it down, and then you're able to move the footage wherever you want it to be within this project. Okay, another thing is, if your footage is like taking forever to just scroll through because it's so like extended, what you can actually do is grab 2 of your fingers and squish it in like this. So just squish it in, and this will actually shorten your footage, just so you can like get through it. Another thing is, you'll notice these little squares in between clips. If you tap on it, it'll tell you it's a transition. Sometimes you'll try to click on footage but it'll keep bringing up this transition thing. So just grab your 2 fingers again and just go ahead and stretch out the footage so that you can easily tap on your video. So now I'm all done rearranging the clips how I want them to go, and I went ahead and got rid of clips that I actually didn't need. So now my footage is about 5 minutes and 33 seconds. You can see this information at the very top left, and as you scroll through, you'll be able to actually see the timestamps and where your actual content is at the moment. So we're basically going to edit down about 5 minutes of footage down to about 30 seconds, or maybe at the most a minute. Okay, so now we need to speed this up because it's too slow. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on this. I'm going to press speed, and I'm going to press normal. You can literally go all the way up to 100 times faster. That is insane. I do not recommend nothing like that. Okay, so just play with your content. I'm going to speed it up to the 1.5 now. Yeah, see, I like 1.5. Let me show you guys how to undo an edit if you actually don't really want it. So you can actually press this little button right here, and that will go ahead and undo whatever the edit is. So this is what I'm going to do. This is like an extra little thing that I like to do within my content to make it really interesting. So I'm going to show you guys how to basically zoom in and out of something. So what you want to do is you want to actually press this little symbol right here. So you'll notice this little red shape that is added to your actual footage now. So what I'm doing is I'm using my 2 fingers and I'm zooming into this footage right now. I want it to literally start like really close up on the mirror, and I want it to zoom out. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide across, and as you can see, you don't see anything, like it's stuck there. So now what you have to do is you actually have to press that button again, and this time you actually zoom out to where you actually want it to be. So I'm gonna zoom all the way out and actually just center it how it's supposed to be. And so now as you go through your footage, you'll notice how now it's doing the zoom. When the little shape is red, it indicates to you that this is where you want the placement to start. At the end, as you go through, you see how that little square, that shape is white. When you get to it, it turns red. That will indicate to you where you want the clip to end. And if you want to actually blow it up so you can see really like how your footage will look, go ahead and press this little button off to the far right, and that will blow it up so you can literally see this footage, how it's going to be on these social media platforms. So now let me show you guys how to add a transition. So basically right here where these little squares are, these are where you add your transitions again. They have a ton of different options. So you have basic, you can tap camera. These are just how some of them look with the camera. There's just basically so many different ones that you can use here. So just play around with this, and if you want to add a transition, you are more than welcome to do that. So I don't typically add transitions most of the time to my content, just because it's so quick, like so many different clips going on. So I don't want it to be too much, you know what I mean? So now let me just go ahead and show you guys how to add some text. So I'm just gonna move to this clip just so you can see. Now you can go down here at the bottom, you'll see where it says text. Go ahead and add text, and you can just say something, you know, whatever. I'm just gonna tap my name here for now. But yeah, you can add your text there. You have the option to press style, and then it gives you all of these different options of you know, how the text looks. which is cool. Down at the bottom, this is where you change the color, so just tap on these different things and swipe over. You get so many different colors. Now if you want to make the text bigger, just go right where the text is and just use your 2 fingers and just go ahead and, you know, swipe it bigger, you know, just spread it out like that. That's how you make it bigger. You're also able to move it around and adjust it where you want to. When you add the text, you will see down here this little bar at the bottom. So this is how you know where it's going to start and where it's going to end. So as you can see, this is where it starts and then that is where it ends. So if you want to drag that out to make it on the whole entire video, just go ahead and grab the end of it where the little white bar is and then drag it over to the beginning and then drag that to the end. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do a voiceover. So go ahead and press audio down here, and then to the bottom right you'll see voiceover. Make sure that it is allowing you to have access to your microphone, and then you go ahead and just press this button. Make sure you're holding it down, and then this will allow you to do your voiceover. So once you let go of the button, that's when it stops. You can actually slide it back. You can press play. Make sure you're holding it down, and then this will allow you to do your voiceover. You can actually press it again, and then this will start another voiceover. Make sure you're holding it down, and then this will allow you to do your voiceover. And then this will start another voiceover. Okay, and so then you just press that little check button, and then that is how you basically add voiceovers. So now you guys, let me show you a feature that I definitely use and you guys will definitely find extremely helpful. It is called extract audio. So this is really great if you're taking like TikTok videos when people are saying different things and you kind of gotta act it out and stuff like that. If you want to go ahead and just take that audio and recreate your own video of it, you can use this extract audio tool. So basically, to get to this, you're going to go ahead and tap on audio once again. This time you're going to press extracted. This is going to go ahead and take you back to your videos, and what you can do is just tap on the video that you saved that already has the audio on it. Press import sound only, and this will literally go ahead and import just the sound. Say one of your videos actually ends up being blurry or it's not as sharp as you like. Well, guess what? There's a feature on CAPCUT that allows you to sharpen your videos. So the way you're going to do this is you're actually going to go down here to the left. You're going to press edit. You're going to scroll over and then you're going to press adjust. Here is the sharpen tool. So again, like I was saying, if your footage is blurry or anything like that, you can use this sharpen tool to actually make it sharper. I've used this feature plenty of times and it definitely makes a huge difference. You can also do tons of other things, like you can adjust your brightness. So here, just to show you, contrast, saturation, exposure. You can scroll over here, you can add some grain if you want to, the hue if you want to make it green or more pink. Temperature, this is definitely one that I use quite a bit sometimes, is the temperature, because sometimes it's very warm in my home, so I want to make it more blue. It just looks more aesthetically pleasing. Say you actually edit one clip and you change the brightness on it, but you actually want to make all the clips the same exact adjustments. You can actually hit this button right here that says apply to all, and this will literally go ahead and apply the same exact edits to all of the clips. Every time you start a new project, CAPCUT, they have this little video that shows up at the very end so that they can promote their services, of course, but you can actually easily remove this. So just tap on it and hit the delete button, just so you have a nice clean video from start to end of just your content. So now you guys, I'm going to show you how you can save your video and save it in the highest quality possible. So when you see at the very top, you'll see where it says 1080p at the top right. You're going to tap that. You're going to press 2K/4K, and then down below, again, this is going to be dependent upon your footage. So you can do 50, you can do 60, and then you can also make sure Smart HDR is turned on. So when I'm doing, again, my footage in the 4K 60 frames per second when I'm filming, I like to make sure I change these settings as well to save it as that, just so again it's the very highest quality video that I can produce. When I do that, I then go ahead and press the arrow at the top right, and then this will go ahead and save your video. So make sure you don't leave the screen because it will stop the download from happening. Another thing to mention is if you don't see the 2K 4K option and the 60 frames per second, more than likely your phone just doesn't have that option. So that is why you may not see that. Now, when it comes to adding music, I typically like to add music when I go on the actual apps that I'm going to post on. So if it's Instagram, like here now, what I'll do is I'll search up an instrumental and I'll just go through what they have available. For this particular video, I found this T-Pain instrumental that I liked. I like to go with like R&B type instrumentals, and I'll put that on my videos. People have been super hyped since I've shared this mirror from Amazon because it actually helps you to see the back of your head. It has 3 different mirrors on it so you can see different angles, and it has made it so much easier for me to part my own hair. I love that it is easy to adjust and easy to store. The link for this will be in my bio. Alright guys, so the last thing I'm going to touch on in this video is basically storage on your iPhone. So one of the things when you're creating content, especially with 4K footage, is it takes up an incredible amount of space. Not only that, when you're editing in CAPCUT, that also will add to a lot of space being taken up on your phone. So prior to this iPhone 13 that I'm working with now, I actually had the iPhone 11. It had 64 gigs on it. Video quality is amazing. I wouldn't change anything like that. I really just wish I would have got more space and kept the 11. If you are working with a phone that has less space on it, like the 64 gigs, what you are going to want to do is just every time you finish editing a project, you need to delete that footage. However, if you are a hoarder like me, you're going to want to transfer your videos over to an external drive. So I have an external drive. It is called the Passport for Mac because I actually have a MacBook Air. So I typically airdrop it. That has about 1,000 gigs on it, which is 1 terabyte. So it's more than enough space to hold my footage, and I can always, you know, go back to it that way. Then I go back on my phone and I make sure to delete all of that footage. Alright you guys, so if you made it to the end and you found this video helpful, please go down below and hit that like button. That definitely helps me out as a content creator, and it also helps to push it in the algorithm so it can also help other content creators as well. Everything that I listed in this video, such as the equipment, it will be listed down below in the description. It's going to be my Amazon affiliate links so that you don't actually have to come out of pocket anything extra, but it does help me as a content creator make commissions. And that's only if you guys purchase, of course. So I would greatly appreciate that. That is definitely a way you can support me. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!